Avoid these 7 foods that lower your testosterone and make you feel weak. Removing the barrier makes increasing your testosterone easy, and these foods are your barrier. Now, look, to increase our testosterone, no matter what you do, if the barrier is there, if the handbrake is there, you cannot increase your testosterone further. But if you remove the barrier, if you remove the handbrake, then you can increase testosterone. So, these are the top 7 foods which you are eating unknowingly. First, sugar. How sugar can lower testosterone? Look, sugar can lower testosterone in this exact way. Look, sugar, it's high in calories, and sugar doesn't even fill your stomach. And high insulin is produced when you eat sugar. So when high insulin is produced, SHBG lowers down, means low testosterone. And also the sugar has higher calories, as I told, and the higher calories gets converted into fat, and the fat is converted into estrogen. The fat in your body is converted into estrogen. That's why the people who are at 10 to 12% body fat have the most amount of testosterone, because then there is just healthy fats left. And inflammation and cortisol. Processed sugar gives chronic inflammation, and which spikes cortisol. Look, cortisol is like a handbrake to testosterone. If cortisol increases, testosterone lowers. It's inversely proportional. If testosterone increases, cortisol should be low. It does not work the other way around. I mean, it works the other way around. If you're highly stressed, it's almost impossible to have like high levels of testosterone. Like we are like, we should almost live like our primal ancestors, where we are happy almost all of the time. We are happy within ourselves, instead of scrolling on social media and wasting our time with so much dopamine stimulation. And this is like a side point, I'm kind of deviating from here, but when we spend so much time on our devices and the blue light hits in our eyes, and it's not only about the blue light, the thing is that you sleep at different times, and when you sleep at different times, your cortisol spikes up, thus lowering your testosterone. Now, nobody eats sugar directly. Like when we were young, we would eat like a spoonful of sugar sometimes, yeah, like we would get the kick. But nowadays, like when we grow older, we don't eat like that. But then the system, the market, the fucking grocery stores, and all these fat doctors, they recommend you shit like low fat milk, low fat yogurt, and cereal, and simple carbs. You know that poor looking cookie there, what a sweet looking cookie, even though it says low sugar, I mean low fat, my bad, it has more sugar in it. You know, the thing with low fat milk and low fat yogurt, look, they are byproducts from animals, right? So when we remove fat from these byproducts, it will taste like shit. So the companies need to add in something which, one, is cheap, second, it can get you addicted and make you repeat the buying process. Sugar. Now you can go and check your refrigerator right now. There may be low fat milk, low fat yogurt which your parents have trusted. Low fat. Low fat does not mean that it's healthy. Fat is healthy. Low fat just means that these companies, these corporations just added more sugar in it. And you unknowingly will eat it. And I'm seeing these racks and racks for these digestive cookies, low fat cookies. Bro, when I check the fucking ingredient, like 25 grams of sugar and shit like that, you are unknowingly eating this stuff. And most people don't even say about this. Soy. How soy reduces testosterone? Nobody really eats soy directly if they are aware. But then we have gym cells who will do anything for cheap protein. Actually, I have had one of my friends who is like very dedicated into the gym. So he's like, bro, animal protein is so expensive. And he's like, he's going to eat soy chunks. I told him, like, don't you know that it lowers testosterone? And he's like, yeah, I know it lowers testosterone, but it's for my muscle mass. I looked at him like, are you fucking retarded? And I'm not even kidding you. After like a year or two, he got gynecomastia. Like literally, like bitch titties. He regrets it now. Now, how soy reduces testosterone? Soy has phytoestrogens, which basically means it will mimic estrogen in your body. And that's exactly how, like, soy just does the process like this. Like, if you look at some testosterone, like estrogenic foods graph, soy is ranked second, and the first is flax seeds. And soy is in most of the foods at your home. You may not know about this. Just make sure that you check the ingredients. Yeah, these specific ingredients: soy lecithin, which is an emulsifier. It is in the list of any chocolate, any milk chocolate, and milk powders at your home. Like, you use for tea, milk powders, energy bars, protein bars, etc. All of them have soy in it, emulsifiers. And then I saw this ad on Instagram, I believe, like many months back. One popular guy, he was promoting protein oats. So I searched it up on Amazon, the brand name and everything, and I checked the ingredients. There is oats, comma, soy protein. I mean, like, do you really have to like share your, not share, like fucking destroy your masculinity for like this much bit of cheap protein? Like, I genuinely don't think that's worth it. And these companies, these markets, they will fucking harvest upon that. And all of us know by now that soy is harmful for us. But then there is emulsifiers and soy protein and vegan protein. They sell it as vegan protein. Can you understand that? I'm telling you, bro, even I don't trust jack shit now. I always look at ingredients like a psychopath. And tofu and soy milk and its byproducts. Just so you know, most coffee shops, like these big names like Starbucks and all, they use soy milk, which they will market it as cheap and healthy or alternative. And this will get you addicted. And you will not know the difference between cow milk and soy milk. Vegetables and nuts and grains. You might have been taken aback because the system has taught you that vegetables and nuts and grains are very healthy. But then there are a couple of things which you should be knowing. This is kind of controversial, but you have to know about this. They taught you that these are healthy, but then they contain oxalates, phytic acids, and lectins. Plant foods with anti-nutrients. I believe that every living organism has a way of protecting themselves. Boars have tusks, then what do plants have? They have biochemical toxins. If let's picture a boar, yeah? We are like these primal men. We take our spears and we go hunt it. What's its protection? Tusks. It's tusks, like these long, strong tusks. But then, like, we fucking idiots, we plant the grains in the soil and we get the plant, this harmless plant like broccoli and shit. How do you think it will protect itself? Through biochemical toxins. You know, every living organisms does not want to be eaten. Literally, even plants, it's a living organism and it does not want to be eaten. So of course it has a self defense mechanism. When we were kids, we used to hate vegetables. Hate, like literally we used to like fucking throw them when our parents weren't watching us or something. We would like fucking chuck it out. It's because we knew as kids that it is fucking unhealthy. And the foods which are actually healthy for us is what we find tasty. Not sugar and shit, it's fucking bastardized. But then there is red meat and stuff like that which we find healthy, which we find tasty. If you take like a very starved person and you give them vegetables, like he would fucking spit it out. But if you give him like a good cooked steak, he would eat it with happiness. He would have tears in his eyes. Because that's what we are supposed to eat primarily. But then the system has fucking fooled us into thinking that vegetables fat loss, fat loss. The first thing when I say about fat loss to most of my clients, the first picture that comes into their head is a salad. When I ask them like what's their previous experience regarding fitness, they say, bro, I have tried eating salad and all, but then it did not work. Why? Because they eat too much of salad. Too much of anything can fuck you up. Then they were sold this lie, oh, salad and fucking cereal, like this some healthy cereal and shit like that, bro. Cereal is not healthy. But then there is a healthy cereal. What the fuck do you mean healthy cereal? The system, these corporations, everything has fooled you. Fooled the fucking living shit out of you. Yes, and nuts too. Even though almonds and other nuts are known to increase testosterone, it contains phytates, which reduces absorption of the minerals such as zinc and magnesium from the nuts, which are essential for testosterone. Contains PUFAs, polyunsaturated fats, which are bad for testosterone. Okay, look, in the case of nuts, I have this opinion where, you know, like 2 months back, 2 or a month back, I would eat 20 almonds a day. I could feel that my testosterone increased, but then I saw inflammation on my face. Like I look like a fucking round ball. So I was wondering, and the inflammation caused pimples as well. And I was wondering, like, should I sacrifice my good feeling for some testosterone which is not even like fully absorbed? I did not even feel that great after eating like 20 almonds. My stomach is so bloated, I will start burping and shit. So I would say that nuts and all it's marketed ineffectively. But then there are Brazil nuts and almonds which have zinc and magnesium which is essential for testosterone. But then they are not absorbed by the body completely. They have anti-nutrients as well. Seed oils, full of PUFAs. They damage cells, increase oxidative stress. Now you may not know about this, but you can go check in your kitchen right now. Your mom, there's a chance she's using sunflower oil or canola oil. You know, bro, my mom, she's a nurse, yeah. She knows that this stuff is wrong. She knows it. She knows canola oil, sunflower oil is fucked up. But then she, like, I think a year back, like last year, yeah, she went and bought canola oil. I saw this on the drawer. I fucking panicked. I got like a panic attack right there. I'm a very extreme guy. I take my testosterone and everything very seriously. I take my life quality very very seriously. I saw that. I started yelling at my mom and shit like, "Why did you buy this? You know it's bad. You know it's bad. Then why are you poisoning me?" I was telling stuff like that. I was this immature 16-year-old. Yeah, forgive me. I was just ranting about this. Like I'm like, oh, like, and the next day she made fish fry. Yeah, I was ranting about this canola oil to her. She said, no, I'm not going to use it for cooking and shit. The next day she used it to fry the fish, and I ate the fish. And mid eating, I asked my sister, which oil did my mother use? She said that yellow oil, the canola oil. That second, I'm not even kidding you, I spit the fish out. I went into the kitchen, I spit the fish out. Then I'm like, okay, I refused to eat whatever she was making because I did not trust the oil which she put in. Then she was like, okay, she finally threw it, and I'm happy again. She started using coconut oil. Sometimes you have to be genuinely extreme to take matters into your own hands. Alcohol. Okay, alcohol, it generally everybody knows that alcohol is bad for testosterone, but then I just have to emphasize on it. Wine, beer, yes, every kind. Most potent is beer. It contains hops, which has estrogenic substances. And but then bonds are formed through a glass of wine. So when occasions arise, like if you're 18 to 20 something ish, when occasions arrive and a glass of wine is offered, Don't be a bitch. Be a calm gentleman. Take one glass of wine. Chink, like they chink the glasses and they drink. Bones are formed, literally. Bones are formed through a glass of wine. You do not have to act like an absolute bitch and by saying like, no, no, I don't want to drink wine because I value my testosterone. Look, when family occasions arrive, you have to drink because then bones are formed. But don't make it a habit as well. They should not feel that you're a fucking drunkard or something. Subscribe to be a part of this brotherhood. And the top link in the description is my complete blueprint to get you your aesthetic physique. And since you sticked around till here, the second link in the description is a free workout program for you. And remember, become simply the all rounder. Goodbye.